Hello friends, today our topic is classification of chromatography. Four methods are there. First by the physical shape, second by the nature of mobile phase, third our purpose of experiment and four mechanism of separation. First we are discussing about separation by the physical shape. There are two types, planar and column. In planar there are in also two types, paper chromatography and thin layer chromatography, and in column itself a very good technique. First is a HPLC and second is a gas chromatography. Let's see in detail. Here in planar retardation factor is 1 or 2D. In column it is tabular and in 3D. So when we classify in based on physical shape, can be planar, it is again in 2D, and it is paper and TLC. And in column chromatography, it is very useful in separation science. It can be further divided into two best industrial upgraded versions, and that is HPLC and GC. So in planar, paper and TLC, it is moves in the opposite direction of gravity, means upwards, and that is called capillary action. But in column chromatography it mostly moves downwards. We keep GC column straight flat, but generally it moves in the direction of gravity, top to bottom. When we have rational column, means simple column, we are using in our organic chemistry lab, generally we are separating our components. It is also moves in the direction of gravity. So in column it is always moves in a direction of gravity. We are discussing these individual chromatographic techniques in our next video. Now classifying by our purpose of experiment. It is preparative chromatography and analytical chromatography. On the purpose of experiment, whenever we say preparative chromatography, it is tool to purify the component, and we are collected every fraction which is separated through column. So we need sample in larger amount. Especially it is very useful to separate natural products and another so many components. Sample is eluted. It is useful for further research. But whenever we say my purpose of experiment is analytical, it is only identify and quantify our analyte. So we need very small sample size, even up to 1 gram or 1/2 gram, and sample eluted is disposed. This is the major point. From preparative chromatography, sample is collected, so it is used further, but in analytical chromatography, it is disposed, so it is not used further. Third, by the nature of mobile phase. See this video. So, mobile phase used, it is liquid or gas. If it is a liquid mobile phase and solid stationary phase, it is called liquid solid chromatography. If it is a liquid mobile phase and liquid stationary phase, remind, liquid stationary phase means liquid coated on solid. It is called liquid chromatography. If there is a gas mobile phase and liquid stationary phase, it is called gas liquid chromatography. And whenever it is gas as a mobile phase and solid as a stationary phase, it is called gas solid chromatography. So if I have a liquid chromatography, so here liquid is as a mobile phase and I can use both column and planar chromatography, but I can also use CO2, means supercritical fluid chromatography also are there. So always in liquid chromatography we require a column, and among this information, these four combination, you must also remember whenever it is a gas chromatography, means gas liquid and gas solid, I cannot done as a paper on a flat. We always need a column, and whenever you have a liquid mobile phase, both planar and column will used. 4. Separation by the mechanism of separation. Here it is very important slide. Classification is on the basis of mechanism of separation. You have a adsorption chromatography, ion exchange chromatography, size exclusion chromatography, partition chromatography, bonded phase chromatography, and affinity chromatography. Here there are three techniques that can use both planar and column, but there are few chromatographic techniques which can only used in column for separating our components. Technique 2 and 3, ion exchange and size exclusion, it is always possible in column, but these two you can always have both, that is column and planar. It is size exclusion and partition. Partition chromatography is only one which is based on the distribution. Let's talk in the more detail. First, adsorption chromatography. Here adsorption chromatography. In adsorption, first the component will settle on the surface of stationary phase. You see this. And after mobile phase passed, it moves away. So it is phenomena of adsorption, desorption. Adsorption, desorption will takes place, and these two phenomena, adsorption and desorption, continuous on this surface of stationary phase and our separation occurs. Second, partition. Here distribution of solute between liquid stationary phase. Liquid stationary phase means liquid coated on solid, and mobile phase. Two types techniques are there in partition: gas liquid chromatography and liquid chromatography. In partition, it is separation is based on solute is partitioning between two liquid phases. Third, ion exchange chromatography. It is based upon exchange of ion between mobile phase and liquid stationary phase. Here, electrostatic attraction are there with these stuck ions, positive and negative. Example, we take here ion exchange resin. In ion exchange resin, in between the electrostatic bondings are there. There are two types of exchanger, cationic and anionic. Cationic exchanger are exchange anions. Remind very well, cationic exchanger are exchange anions. And second, anionic. Anionic exchanger are exchange cation. The best example of ion exchange is softening of hard water by EDTA. In hard water, calcium and magnesium ion are present, and through EDTA it is made a complex with EDTA, calcium EDTA and magnesium EDTA, and water is not make a complex with EDTA, so it is eluted and our water is purified. 4 is a size exclusion. It is based on the molecular weight of solute and pore size of stationary phase. Here it is a pore size of our stationary phase. It is also known as a gel permeation, gel filtration, and molecular exclusion. In these small molecules here, it is trapped in the pores of gel and large, going through mobile phase first. So by the molecular weight, they are separated easily. 5. Bonded phase chromatography. It is happened with surface. If it has polar surface, polar sample are stick with it, and if it has a non-polar surface, non-polar sample stick with it, means attraction are there. Two types, reverse phased and normal phased. In reverse phased, non-polar stationary phase and polar mobile phase. And in normal phase, polar stationary phase and non-polar mobile phase. You see silica used as a bind, and it is act as a cement, means bind the other molecules with it, and the other molecule which is separated our components, a remind that it is based on polarity, means attraction with each other. Second, last is affinity chromatography. It is used in drug, biotechnology, industries. Lock and key mechanism. Here, enzymes, biomolecules, catalytic separation are done via this affinity chromatography. It is shape selective chromatography. It is based upon the specific interaction between the analyte molecule and another compatible molecule immobilized on a stationary phase. Here you see it is matrix and our ligand. It is interact with each other and become a immobilized ligand. Here immobilized ligand and our sample are there. Our sample is also interact with it and become a complex, but in our sample impurities are not fit in it, so it is eluted, and after complex becoming, impurities are out, and then our sample are also de-interact with it, and we are purifying our sample. Thank you.